Welcome to Elements, your daily source of insights across finance, science, history, technology, and beyond. Whether you're traveling, tidying, exercising, taking a lunchtime stroll, or simply relaxing at home, we're committed to providing new content every day, so join us to grow and learn while living your busy life. Today we're talking about Thanksgiving, a holiday celebrated with food, family, and gratitude, but also one with a deeper history and some controversial questions to explore. What is Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving is a holiday celebrated primarily in the United States and Canada, focused on giving thanks for the harvest, family, and blessings of the past year. In the US, it takes place on the fourth Thursday of November, while Canadians celebrate it on the second Monday of October. The day is often marked by gatherings of family and friends, a traditional meal featuring turkey, stuffing, and pumpkin pie, and, in the US, events like parades and football games. For many, it's also a time to reflect on gratitude and generosity. What is the history of Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving dates back to 1621 when Pilgrims and the Wampanoag people are said to have shared a harvest feast in Plymouth, Massachusetts. This meal is often considered the first Thanksgiving, though historians note it wasn't originally an annual celebration. The Pilgrims had endured a harsh winter and received assistance from the Wampanoag, who taught them farming and survival techniques. While the feast symbolized cooperation, it was short-lived, as conflicts between settlers and indigenous peoples escalated in later years. The holiday became more formalized during the 19th century. In 1863, President Abraham Lincoln declared Thanksgiving a national holiday during the American Civil War, encouraging unity and gratitude. Since then, it has evolved into the modern celebration we know today, though its historical context continues to spark debate. Why is turkey the traditional dish for Thanksgiving? Turkey has become the centerpiece of Thanksgiving meals, largely due to its practicality. In colonial times, turkeys were plentiful, large enough to feed many people, and relatively easy to prepare. By the 19th century, cookbooks and writings by figures like Sarah Josepha Hale, who campaigned for Thanksgiving to be a national holiday, popularized turkey as the main dish. Today, the US consumes over 46 million turkeys each Thanksgiving. If you're not a fan of turkey, don't worry. Many families now opt for alternatives like ham, vegetarian dishes, or even pizza to suit their tastes. Is Thanksgiving celebrated outside of North America? While Thanksgiving is most prominent in the US and Canada, other countries celebrate similar harvest festivals. For example, in Germany, Erntedankfest, or the Harvest Thanksgiving Festival, takes place in late September or early October. This holiday focuses on giving thanks for the harvest and is often celebrated with church services, parades, and communal meals. Traditional foods like bread, fruit, and vegetables are displayed as part of the festivities. Unlike Thanksgiving in North America, turkey isn't a common dish. Instead, Germans might enjoy goose or other regional specialties. In Japan, Kero Kansha no Hi, Labor Thanksgiving Day, is celebrated on November 23rd. It's not a harvest festival, but a day to honor workers and express gratitude for their contributions. This modern holiday evolved from ancient harvest festivals and has a strong focus on community and appreciation. Schools often hold events where children create cards or gifts to thank their parents and teachers for their hard work. In Liberia, Thanksgiving reflects the country's historical ties to the United States, as Liberia was founded by freed African Americans. Celebrated on the first Thursday in November, the holiday includes gratitude-focused ceremonies, family gatherings, and feasts. While turkey is sometimes served, Liberian Thanksgiving meals often feature local dishes like roasted chicken, cassava, and rice dishes. Why is Thanksgiving controversial? Thanksgiving is seen by many as a time for gratitude, but it's also tied to complex historical issues. Critics argue that the holiday overlooks the impact of colonization on Native Americans, including displacement, conflict, and loss of culture. For indigenous communities, Thanksgiving can be a painful reminder of these events. In response, some have reframed the day as an opportunity to honor Native American history and resilience. For example, the National Day of Mourning, observed in Plymouth, Massachusetts, highlights these perspectives and encourages reflection on the full story of Thanksgiving. How can we make Thanksgiving more meaningful? Thanksgiving doesn't have to be just about food and shopping. Many families use the holiday to focus on acts of kindness, such as volunteering at shelters or donating to food banks. Others take time to share stories, reflect on family history, or discuss what they are thankful for. For example, you could start a tradition where everyone at the table writes down one thing they are grateful for and shares it with the group. Thanksgiving and football. Thanksgiving football games are one of the most iconic parts of the holiday. The tradition began in 1876 when Yale and Princeton played a college game on Thanksgiving Day, establishing the holiday as a prime time for sports. In 1934, the Detroit Lions started their annual Thanksgiving game, which has been a staple ever since, except during World War II. Today, millions of people tune in to watch the NFL games while enjoying their meals. Families often gather around the TV, making football a shared experience that rivals the meal itself. For some, the tradition even includes a friendly game of backyard football before or after the feast, making it a way to bond and burn off some of that turkey dinner. Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade has grown into one of the most famous holiday spectacles in the world. First held in 1924, it was created to celebrate the opening of Macy's flagship store in New York City. Early parades featured employees dressed in festive costumes and live animals borrowed from the Central Park Zoo, including camels, elephants, and lions. By the late 1920s, large helium balloons replaced the animals, with Felix the Cat becoming the first character balloon in 1927. Today, the parade includes marching bands, Broadway performances, and giant balloons of beloved characters like Snoopy and Pikachu. Over 3 million people line the streets of New York to watch it live, while millions more tune in on television to mark the start of the holiday season. The first TV dinner came from Thanksgiving leftovers. The humble TV dinner owes its creation to a Thanksgiving mishap in 1953. A Swanson employee accidentally ordered 260 tons of turkey, far more than the company needed. Faced with the challenge of using it up, Swanson came up with the idea of packaging the turkey with traditional sides, like cornbread, stuffing, and peas, in a compartmentalized tray. This invention revolutionized the way people ate at home, providing a quick and convenient meal option that became wildly popular. It also introduced the concept of frozen, ready-to-eat meals, laying the groundwork for today's global frozen food industry. Every time you see a frozen dinner at the supermarket, you can thank Thanksgiving leftovers for the inspiration. Thanksgiving is a holiday with rich traditions and important history. It's a time for reflection, gratitude, and meaningful connections. How do you celebrate Thanksgiving? Is it all about the feast, or do you have unique traditions? Share your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for being here. If you find this helpful, consider subscribing. More content is on the way, and I hope to see you again.